Hi, folks. We are here. We are getting our way back into the giallo-a-thon. We are here to talk about Mr. Mario Bava himself, the first ever director for this genre, who pretty much created the atmosphere of wonder. And of course, he's had many works, and I reviewed a good number of his movies in the past year, 13 months, something like that. Lisa and the Devil, or The House of Exorcism. Regarded as Mario Bava's most personal and unconventional film, Lisa and the Devil, Lisa y el Diavolo is a diabolical thriller flavored with the dreadful imagery and tormenting logic of an endless nightmare. Elka Sommer stars as a tourist in Spain who, upon seeing the image of a bald, grinning devil in an ancient fresco, whatever that is, wonders wanders away from her group and finds herself down a confounding labyrinth of mystery, lured ever deeper by a mysterious figure, Telly Savalas, who may in fact be the fresco's Satan made flesh. After some distributors found Lisa and the Devil too mystifying for release, producer Alfredo Leon, with Bava's uncredited assistants, hired veteran actor Robert Alda, shot additional scenes, and transformed Lisa into The House of Exorcism, capitalizing on the popularity of demon possession films. While sharing much of the same material, the films have come to be looked at as two distinct identities, beautifully illuminating the stylistic diversity of Bava-Leone partnership. I'm only going to review the first one. I have no desire to watch The House of Exorcism. Sorry, I'm strictly old school like that. When you want to talk about what could be considered the most beautiful to look at and the most artistic slash sets that are just greatly rendered, you're just like, I like what I see here. I like this. I like to see things that make you think. This is one such amazing example. You are here to look at the visuals. These aren't just like ooh, it's pretty to look at. This is taking the time to make this house feel like it's either purgatory or that there's something surreal going on here. Let me explain. You get what I can only describe as stained glass, stainless steel walls. They're like frosted glass walls. They're just so beautiful to look at. But what could they possibly hide? What's inside these walls that you just look at and you think, there's something weird going on? And of course, it eventually realized that there is a cadaver that's inside. And our protagonist, Lisa, is visiting Spain, and we just think, okay, is she being drawn here on her own free will, or is it determined that she would be here? What is that? En soi and pour soi, I think. No, that's wrong. It's a free will versus something that's determined. And I think here, with this movie, she's drawn inextricably drawn. I mean, just the house alone, it looks like it's bigger than Mick Jagger's house, but at the same time, it's done with such beautiful detail with the colors and everything else. I mean, this is a true auteur cinematic approach to it. But what else makes this movie so amazing? It's the dinner scene where they're just all sitting down and talking. It's like the table itself looks amazingly rendered with the colors. Of course, this is Technicolor as well, so, and I'm just thinking to myself, I like this a lot. Especially when they have, they're eating the dinner, and the staircase. The staircase is just beautiful to look at. It's like, you feel like you're in a painting or something like that, because obviously there's something wrong with this house, but at the same time, it's like, what's going on? There's like this mother or whatever who looks like the mom from Futurama with that hairstyle, or the mom from Cinderella. I think I got a little bit of like a Cinderella-ish vibe from the mom, and I don't know. It was just so weird that it just looks surprisingly well. So, you know, it looks surprisingly well. And of course we get there's this actor Telly what was his name? Telly someone. Savalas, who plays, supposedly he's a devil, but less of like the causing mischief and more just like of an independent observer controlling people's fate. Because when Lisa goes into the fresco, I don't know what she sees that there's like a wax sculpture, and then there's like this figures, I guess, of these people, including one of a skeleton and four other people, which we eventually learned to, which I interpret it as that like this man himself is controlling the fates of all these people, you know. So it's like I think they all probably wandered into this home, and he's the one who's just controlling him. He's like he he even has the look of just an evil, delicious. It's like a delicious smile, and just looking bald. He plays the part so dang well that even you have to be like, okay, I can believe that. Yes, he's a butler, but at the same time, he's more than just that. What is his ultimate purpose? Like I said, probably just an independent observer, just seeing everything going on, but having some type of that's the word I'm looking for, hand going on. Of course, there's all like us. Some people that are dealing with like their past sins, like how there's this one guy, Maximilian, who still has the cadaver of his ex-lover that was inside the what was it? That was inside like the little crypt area, and yeah, it's just so bizarre. And of course, it's like this movie also questions like what is really evil, and you know, with our past sins, and what happens when you get too obsessed and things like that. It's obsession, keeping your self in check, and what else did Google? Yes, I used Google AI to get a better understanding of things prior to this movie, you know. There's also a great love scene with Maximilian and Lisa. I'm not going to say any more about it. Let's just say it was beautifully shot. I mean, having like certain parts that were intentionally like having like ivy leaves to represent the more delicate nature of sex and show that's like it's such a great emotional impact that, yes, it was quoted on the IMDb what the actress said. It's just so great. You're just like, oh, this is, I don't know. It just looks so nice. But at the same time, it adds more to the surreal, weird atmosphere going on. That's what makes this movie great, is the atmosphere and the wonderings of Telly as the butler. And even like saying, hey, there's it's like there's the two other characters, this chauffeur named George and Sophie, that they eventually do have sex because what was that? Sophie cheated on her husband, and it's like, yeah, the devil's going to come and like you're going to have to pay for that, and eventually she does. And there's, I think the original husband have a mustache or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, the plot itself is a little obtuse, in my opinion. Because, like I said, you gotta do just do a little bit of research about it. Just Google it. Just do 5 minutes of research. At the same time, it's just like I think lyrical would be the best way to describe this movie. Lyrical is the best. So I don't know. It's like it's one of those movies that you watch, but you pay attention to just how beautiful and surreal and lyrical everything is. One of the things going on is that the actor, Savalas, was trying to quit smoking. So, he always had a lollipop around him. You know, you would think that he'd be like smoking a cigarette, but nope, he's just got a red or blue lollipop. And it just adds more to the, same time, it adds more to the bizarro, surreal, I guess almost quirky nature of everything going on. And it's like, well, alright then. That's pretty cool. And there's also reference to H.P. Lovecraft, where where the butler is trying to get one of the cadavers to fit into a coffin, so he kind of takes the mannequin's legs and just bends them in half. That's a reference to an H.P. Lovecraft, the Tale of the Crypt or something like that. I don't know. I just found that to be interesting. So yeah. Ultimately, how do I feel about Lisa and the Devil? I think it's very lyrical. It's beautiful to look at, and it does tackle some interesting themes. But the one thing that sucks here, no subtitles. You need to pay attention to the audio, and there's no Italian dub, which kind of irked me, but I'm like, where else are you going to see this? So yeah. But you know, at the same time, the plot's a little weird, but don't let it distract you from how amazing it is when you watch Lisa and the Devil.